In 1996, Money magazine ranked Newark, New Jersey the most dangerous city in America. Poverty, gangs, illegal drugs and violent crime are no strangers to these streets. The winds of change are blowing, however, carried by the prayers of the saints. The Spirit of God is sweeping over the highways, streets and roads, reaching into every forgotten back alley of Newark. In 2008, a citywide prayer movement began in Newark.
What we've done is we've started with the prayer evangelism model that Harvest Evangelism has described in other videos and other books. And what it is the idea that every time you adopt a street, that you're ushering the presence of the Lord into that street. When the streets are adopted, there's a lightening of the atmosphere, or as we say, a change in the spiritual climate occurs in that street. And when a series of streets in a neighborhood get adopted, then there's a change in that neighborhood. And when the whole city gets adopted, we believe there'll be a change in the spiritual climate of the entire city.
We were praying, and we had very specific things that we were praying for, but it wasn't sufficiently strategic, where now the effort is every street in the city will have someone praying for that street, which would include the residents, the businesses, etc. on that street on a daily basis. We need the complete saturation in the prayer covering so that we can move forward. We need what in the military they call air supremacy. Then with the air supremacy, we can send in the troops, and this city will indeed be transformed.
Launched the Pray for Newark initiative in January, specifically on Martin Luther King Day in 2008. And that same month began a period of 43 days in Newark with no homicides. That was unprecedented. It hadn't happened in about half a century. So the New York Times considered this to be a low probability event. Personally, I would consider it to be a miracle of God. When the end of 2008 came, we had 33% of the streets of Newark adopted, and that year the homicide rate dropped by 33%.
We're at a point now in this city that at the way the trends are going, that the violent crime rate in the city of Newark will be the lowest ever in the existence of the city. That's amazing.
As Newark moves towards its spiritual destiny, and as His people cry out to Him in prayer, God is taking His covenant city back, one street at a time.